What's up, brother? What's up, sister? My name Bill. I went to prison when I was 19 for making poor decisions. Spent 9 years, got out at the age of 28. During my time in prison, I've seen and been around people that were sexually assaulted. I've seen murders with my own two eyes, brutal murders, people getting stabbed up. I've seen so much corruption. I've seen people get so depressed and commit suicide. My brothers and sisters, I'm just encouraging y'all to the best of your ability, try to do the right thing, man. Stay out them jails, stay out them prisons. It's not worth it because you could go in and never make it out. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? It's your boy, Billiam. I got a new tattoo yesterday. I'm about to show y'all. Yeah, that's it right there. It's your boy, Billiam. But anyway, bro, listen. This was a day in prison that was very exciting. It was a very beautiful day. This was a day that this young cadet girl, I probably was about 26 at this time. She was about 23, 24. This young cadet girl came working. It's so funny, bro, because I told y'all about the chain gang game, and we used to be on Tag, Moco Space. I forgot the other one. We used to be on like a live video chat app. But anyway, the girl comes to work, and you know, they had came a few days, but this is the day where she comes like up here by herself. They done put the cadets on certain posts, which is just a dorm that they want them working in. And, you know, I'm busting my laps. I got to see what's going on. I'm busting my laps, but I'm looking at her. She looking this way at the screen, but she'll look over every here and there. Now, I know she's an eater because all the mad men been in there jacking on her already, and she ain't saying nothing. She been staring straight at them. I'm busting laps. I'm walking, so I'm looking at the side of her face. I'm like, damn, shawty look OD familiar. So I go up to the room. I go in my phone. I go to the Tag app. I just go to scrolling because I'm trying to remember where I know her from. But shit, when you've been in prison for all these years and you've been running chain gang game, the only way a person really gonna look familiar is somebody you met on a chat line too. We used to be on there, a chat line, or somebody from the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because how else the hell could I have met you? So I'm scrolling through my Tag. I can't find nothing. I go through my Instagram, through my Facebook. I can't really find nothing. I'm like, damn, man. So I go back down there. I go ask her for a medical request form. When I asked her for a medical request form, she's staring at me for a minute, but it's one of those moments. Like, you know, when you recognize a motherfucker, you might can't pinpoint from where, but you know, like when you see a person that you know for a fact, you know that you've seen before, it be like that few minute stare at each other. So she hit me with that. She get up, she go to getting the medical request form, and she's smiling. So when she come hand it to him, I'm like, what the hell you laughing at? She like, boy, you is funny. I said, how the hell I'm funny? She said, where I know you from? I said, nah, whoa. How am I funny? She said, because all this time you've been walking past over here, you've been wanting to come over here and say something. You probably don't even need no medical request form. So I started laughing because I really don't. Right when I get ready to say something else, I hear a nigga screaming, gun line. CBL, get out the gun line. That's a nigga up there in the top room with the door cracked this much trying to jack off on the girl. So I walk off. So I push off, I go back to my room, really mad. Go back upstairs, I'm trying to go through it again. Then I see a profile that was from like probably 2 months earlier, and it ain't got no picture. So I click on it. I saw the last message say, yeah, you scared or something like that. So I click on it. And as I go to scrolling and I start seeing all the nudes and all the pictures of, you know, that she sent me with her baby and all this, I 100% remember her. I met her on an app called Tagged months ago. We used to talk a little bit, you know, send each other freaky little messages talking. I used to try to tell her, come get a job in the prison. She used to be scared. I felt like she was wasting my damn time. And I just stopped talking to her one day. And when I went looking through all that. I went and found the message where she told me her daughter name, all the information about her. I said, bet. Went back down there. I waited till that door closed down there so I know he was done doing what he was doing. I went back down there. I can't remember the little girl name, so I'm going to make up a name. I went down there. I was like, damn, how Chloe doing? And then she looked up at me. She was like, boy, where I know you from? I knew you from somewhere. Your ass looked too familiar. I know I knew you from somewhere. And I think I know where it is, too. I think I know where I know you from. So I was like, tagged. She was like, that's crazy. I was looking for the messages when I applied. I was trying to find you. I was like, it's still in there. She said, nah, that profile got deleted. So that's why it's showing no picture, but I assumed they would have deleted all the messages too. So we chopping it up, chopping it up. I done slid her my number. She like, boy, your ass stay changing your number. I was like, yeah, I just do it just for my own, you know, these niggas be on some real police stuff in here. So she like, man, that's crazy. How you been though? You been all right? I'm like, I've been straight. I've been cool. I just been, you know. She like, how much more time you got? I'm like, I got about a good 2 more years, probably a little over 2 years or right at the 2-year mark type shit. So she was like, man, we need to lock in, man. Woo, woo, woo. I was like, nah, for real. She was like, you hungry? I was like, shit, hell yeah. I go to looking around. I saw a white tray. I said, shit, hell yeah, I'm hungry. Why? What's up? What the hell you got going on? She was like, shit, I'm really full. I'm done with these wings. And she opened it up. She was like, but there's like 7 left in here. So I was like, shit, that's cool. Come on with it. So she was like, how do I do it? How do I give it to you? So I'm like, you just got to wait. Just hold on. What you going to do? You going to take one of them small clear trash bags. You're going to dump it in there. You're going to tie a tight knot on it. I'm going to push off for a minute, but I'm going to come back because I got to tuck my shirt in. I don't want to look suspicious doing it right here. When I come back, you know, you just slide it in the flap. I'm going to lean in like I'm talking to you. I'm going to just drop it in my shirt, and I'm going to sit here and kick it for a minute. So we did that. I told my roommate, throw the hot water bulb on. He cranked the hot water bulb up. I push off when they leave out for lunch. I go drop the wings in the hot water bulb, come back down there talking to her. So while I'm sitting there talking to her, they called something on the radio, said, I guess was asking her, was she in the building or at the end of the gate? So she told me, hurry up, go back in the dorm. So I slide in the dorm. She say whatever. She walk out there. I go to the window to see what's going on. I see them bringing somebody down. So it's probably somebody else finna come in the dorm. It's probably about 10 of us in the dorm. You know, niggas in their room. Some people out watching TV or whatever. But everybody else went to chow. As they get closer and closer and closer, this nigga look familiar in the face, but his body is very skinny. Like, when I say very skinny, I mean like damn near anorexic type skinny. And I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, I'm serious. Like, he was so skinny, bro. Like, damn near, like, right at the arm area or like on this side area. Bro, it was like you see how you don't see no damn bone right here, but you know it's a bone right here. You could see the bone right here. Like, folks were skinny as hell. I was like, damn, G, folks almost looked sick a little bit. I ain't gonna cap. I see her walking down to the gate, so I know they told her to come unlock the gate. She get down there to the gate. The officer that brought the other inmate had some paper in his hand. He handed her the paper. She looked at it. She pulled out a pen and signed it. And then the other officer kept walking that way, and her and the dude came walking up this way. Just by the way this nigga walked, something was familiar about this individual, just based off the way he was walking. He coming up, as he got closer and closer, I'm like, I know this nigga. I leave from the window part in the day room, and I walk inside the TV room so I can get a closer view. I get closer and closer, and I look, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, yeah, I know folks. And right when he got in the salad pole, I remember him 100%. That's Dog. That's Dog. Dog is the nigga that had all them issues going on with the Bloods. And he got to fighting and ended up stabbing all them Bloods in the dorm. It was a great day for me because I got me some free world food and I reconnected with somebody that I believe is finna make some shit shake for me. Based off what we talked about prior, I believe I could talk her into doing it. Not such a great day because one of the dudes, only one of all the Bloods that was in that dorm, that Dog stabbed, one of them was still in his dorm. He was going to chow though. So they bring him in. I come out the salad pole. I look up at him. Soon he looked at me. He looked, then he looked off, then he looked again. He was like, see, Bill? I was like, hell yeah. He said, damn, what going on, G? I was like, ain't shit, cool. He said, man, you got a roommate? I was like, hell yeah. He was like, man, put that nigga ass out, bro. Let me go in the room with you. You know, after my situation, all that shit I went through, man, I ain't trying to fuck with these niggas, but I'm on point just in case a nigga tried. And I'm just looking at him while he talking, bro. His 2 teeth right here on the bottom, they brown and it's like halfway, but the top, it dips in. And it's the part where it dips at is damn near black. And I immediately knew, because that man's teeth didn't look like that. But now his face had cleared up because he had like some real bad acne. That cleared up. But his teeth never looked like that. I immediately knew that was meth. That was from using methamphetamines and using a whole lot of it. So I was like, nah, folks, I can't kick them out, bro. Cool as hell in my room. I was like, but shit, there's some cool folks, you know what I'm saying? In that room that's open type shit, I let them know what room. You know, you just give them a rundown on who some bullshit, who cool in the dorm. I'm thinking in my head the whole time, like, damn, should I tell him one of the blood dudes is still in this dorm? Now, there's multiple bloods in this dorm, but I'm talking about one of the ones he stabbed is the only one from that group that's in here. So I'm kind of debating, like, damn, should I put him down? You know what I'm saying? And let him know? Or should, you know what I'm saying? So he eventually go up to one of them rooms. The dude who room he was moving in, he was in there. He didn't go to chow. So I see him up there. They talking at the door for a minute. Then he go in. But the dude was a civilian. He was cool as hell. So I go, recipe Big Mario. I go call Big Mario phone because in the ranking, he was just a tad bit over me. You feel me? So I hit him. I just tell him the situation. I was like, hey, you think I should put bro down, put him on point? Like, let him know, you know, just to be safe that one of them blood dudes in here. He was like, shit, G, I mean, that ain't really got nothing to do with you. He was like, but I mean, if you fuck with the nigga, you could put him down, you feel me? I mean, when a nigga come in the door, he finna find out anyway. But if you just want to let him know to have him on point, you can. But at the same time, I would avoid it. I act like I don't even remember that shit that happened. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, that's the best. So I just decided not to say nothing. I said, I think that'd be the best choice. Because like I said, it ain't like a nigga finna sneak you or catch you off guard. Once everybody come back in the dorm, you're clearly finna see that. So a few minutes later, knock at the door. Yo, dog. He come. I'm like, come on. He step in. He like, shit, G-body. You know, sometimes when you a different group, they'll call you shit like G-body or whatever the case is. So he like, shit, G-body, man. You ain't got no crib Brown. I'm like, you know that? You already know that. He like, shit, I ain't having no cash right now. I was like, nah, you good, bro. I'll fuck with you. So I went in my box, the little few that I had out there. I pull it out, put one inside of a white paper, hand it to him. He go to roll it up. I roll me one up, get the popper, hit it, light it, hand him the wick. He like his. He was like, bro, you remember that shit that happened when we was in the dorm together? I was like, what shit? I'm hitting the Chris Brown CD. He like, man, that shit with my homies. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He like, nigga, when I stabbed all them niggas. I was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, man, I wasn't even thinking about that shit. So much shit that happened since that situation, man. Shit, that was the last thing on my mind. So he was like, hell yeah, man, it's been 9 months. He go to stretching out. He like, shit, I gotta try to stay out, bro. I was like, shit, yeah, bro, that's the best bet. He was like, I just hope these niggas ain't on no bullshit. He was like, bro, 'cause I ain't going, bro. If they on some bullshit, I promise you, bro, I am not going. I am not going. So I was like, nah, I feel it, shit. You know what I'm saying? I totally understand, feel me, what you saying, my boy. Then they just was eating at me. I kept thinking, like, bro, tell him, bro, tell him. But like I say, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, shit. I think all them niggas pretty much got transferred, though, or they in other dorms and shit. He was like, I don't, you feel me? I ain't heard nothing about none of them niggas since I've been back down the tier. I was like, yeah, I don't know, bro. I ain't, you know, I be in my own lane. I don't really be studying or paying no attention to no another nigga. So he like, nah, I feel that. I respect that for sure. I definitely respect that. I was like, yeah, for sure, G. So why he saying like, yeah, bet for sure, you hear the door pop, pop, loud pop. So he walked to the door, he looked, he was like, shit, I'm about to goddamn, you ain't got nothing I can put this out on. I got to step out here and see all these people. I was like, nigga, walk out there with it. He was like, you don't think 12? I said, man, that damn lady don't give a fuck. She a cadet still. She new, man. She don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So he like, all right. Now, I was in here entertaining this nigga because she was down there. They had her all the way at the end the whole damn time. They in chow on some, I guess, because she knew they wanted to have extra training. The other officer down there talking her damn head off. So when he leave out shit, I leave out with mine too. I'm probably about halfway. I'm still hitting. I'm walking straight down the steps. I purposely blew the smoke out right by the booth when I saw her sitting right there. And she was like, hey, hey. So I leaned in. I was like, what's up? She was like, boy, is you smoking weed? I say, nah, this a Chris Brown CD. She bust out laughing. She said, what the fuck is a Chris Brown CD? I was like, this a cigarette, baby. While I'm saying that, I see 4 bloods. They in a cluster. They walking through the salad pole. I look over a little bit. You got Dog all the way down there in the corner hitting the cigarette on the low like he's still on high max and got to hide and shit. So I act like I ain't paying none of them no attention. So I'm talking to her, but I'm still paying attention. I'm still looking at everything that's going on. So I'm like, you gonna hit me when you get off? She like, hell yeah, I'm gonna hit you with a rule. I was like, shit, when these niggas come in, I'm about to come out there and talk to you. She was like, go on, come out now. So I step out inside the post. She come out the thing. We just talking while everybody else still coming in. When niggas is a distance out, you say whatever you want to say. When they get closer, you switch it to some other shit. So we was doing that until they got all the way in the dorm and she closed the door. She closed the door. We just went to Target. She just went to tell me about her daughter, her life, everything been going on since we've been talking. I've been pretty much just doing the same shit, telling her about everything I got going on, woo. She telling me about all her money issues. I immediately bring up something about some Chris Brown CDs. She told me when she was just out there when the supervisor walked up, she said the supervisor asked her, can she do 4 hours extra? She'll make sure HR give her, I guess, some overtime pay or whatever. And she said, yeah, she said she'd do it, but she told them her ass she gonna have to leave and go get some food and then come back type shit. So I'm thinking, am I this fire? Can I be this fire in real life? If she about to pull an extra couple hours, we just reunited after a couple months of not talking. I didn't even know she applied for the job. Am I fire enough to pull something off? I said, so when your shift ends, she said, yeah, it really ain't ended. She said, I'm really staying at 10, but she said I could leave at 6. Somebody else gonna come up here while I'm gone. I told her I just need a few minutes to go get some food. I could leave at 6, and then I'm gonna come back, and then at 10, I'm gonna leave, and then tomorrow I'll be back on my regular schedule. So I'm like, shit, man, because she was just telling me about her money issues and shit, and that how this job can help her pay this and this and this. I'm like, man, let's go and pull one real quick. She was like, wait, boy, that stuff you was talking about? I was like, hell yeah. She was like, boy, hell no. You know how, boy, I'm going to get, I say, listen, cigarettes. I say, that's it, cigarettes. I say, listen, this is what you can do, folks. I say, you go get a pack of Newports, long, 100. Go get a pack of Newport long, 100. Once you get it, you ain't got to do nothing to it. Don't take it out the box. Just put it in this location. And the location I told her to put it don't matter. So don't nobody be asking me, yeah, where you told her to put it at? Because I'm not going to tell you anyway. While we talking, you hear some commotion coming from the dorm. So I look over there. You got Dog on the top range. You got 2 Bloods coming this way. Like, both walking up to him, Dog in the middle. And you got the other group, probably about 9 Bloods on the big floor. But the one on the big floor talking. So the girl popped the door. She pulled the door up. She said, hey, what's going on in here? So the blood dude turned around. He said, nah, Miss Such, everything good. We just chopping it up, talking shit, everything good. But me being a nigga that's been in that environment for so long, everything was not good. I know. I could tell. I could tell based off the interaction that everything was not good. It was something going on, and I know it had something to do with Dog. So we go back to talking. I'm like, listen, you can take a pack of cigarettes, do this, woo. She was like, you gonna have to fuck with me. I said, I'll give you $250. She said, so if I go get you 1 box of cigarettes, you're gonna give me $250. I said, yeah. She was like, you is lying. I said, I'm dead ass. She was like, but what if I get caught with it? I said, baby, if you do what I'm telling you to do with it, I promise you, you're not gonna get caught. So she was like, all right, we're gonna see what the rule. She was like, you got your phone out now? Cause I'm gonna call you. And I said, hell yeah. As soon as I see you leave, I'm going to be watching. When I see you make it to that front where you go through them sliding doors, I'm going to go be on standby by the phone. Because once you make it through the sliding doors, shit, if you don't do no stopping talking to nobody, just a straight walk from the sliding doors, it's probably a 1 minute, if we want to be safe, 2-minute walk where you will securely be inside of your car with your phone in your hand. And I'm going to be on standby. So she like, all right, bet. So I go back, we sit there and talk for a minute, but then she let me back in the dorm. So as soon as I walked through the door, the blood dude that was standing on the big floor, he was like, so what you gonna do, dog? What you gonna do, dog? So Dog was like, shit, bro, I done already told y'all what's up with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on that. I'm just cooling, bro. You feel me? I ain't on that woo. I don't want no issues with nobody, bro. I'm just chilling, you feel me? He was like, yeah, bro, but you know what you did, bro. And then the one that was upstairs, I'm walking upstairs, he was like, just come in the room, dog. Come in the room, bro. We ain't finna do all this out here. So Dog was like, nigga, I'm not about to go in no room. So y'all niggas try to jump on me, do something to me. So the blood nigga downstairs was like, bro, ain't nobody about to jump on you and do shit to you, bro. What is you talking about? We just trying to see what you gonna do, cause you know what you did. So nigga, what you finna do now? You know what I'm saying? As I get up the stairs, this nigga shoot past the blood nigga talking about, C-Bill. I'm like, oh my fucking goodness. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. While y'all got some shit going on, don't pull me into shit. Talk about no damn C-Bill, because then it looks, no, don't do that. It's a bad look, bro. So I look up, I'm like, what sound? I was pulling my door up. He like, let me holler at you real quick, homeboy. Let me holler at you real quick. So I step in the room, he coming there behind me. He like, hey, let me get a candy, bro. Fuck with me. I was like, I can't do it, G. He was like, bro, fuck with me one time, bro. You fucked with me last time, fuck with me this time. And he keep looking back at the thing. So I'm like, bro, I can't do it. I can't get into that. So right when he was getting ready to look, my door pulled, snapped straight open. There's like 3 of my guys. They're like, hey, bro, what the fuck going on, G? I was like, shit, I ain't got shit going on. So one of my folks told bro, he was like, hey, dog, you got to come on up out bro room, bro. Come on up out bro room. So he was like, I'm just hollering at my homeboy. They was like, bro, come on up out bro room, bro. So dog step out my room. When he stepped out my room, a few of the bloods that was downstairs was coming up the steps. I guess they were finna try to get his ass. So he like, bro, I ain't. So as soon as he stepped out my room, he looked at the group that was walking up the steps. He was like, bro, ain't now one of them folks even from my hood, bro. All them folk were from another hood trying to make a nigga. So the nigga downstairs started screaming, well, nigga, if they wasn't from your set, your hood, what the fuck is you tripping about talking to us for? Coming in the room, chopping it up with us for, nigga. Bring your ass on, nigga. Them niggas ain't from the spot. No way, nigga. Come on. So dog was like, fuck it. He went walking his way. The other little group that was coming up the steps, they went walking down the steps. And I was just like, damn, bro. Cause dog done lost so much weight. And like I said, I could tell he, you feel me, was on that shit. And I was just like, damn, G. These folk probably finna kill dog, bro. Dog probably got a green light on his head, something so crucial and serious just based off the things he did. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really know about all that. You ain't from my set, my hood, but we the same gang type shit. But I could still see them wanting to get on your ass because of what you did. You know what I'm saying? Dog go down there in the room. Usually you will hear as soon as a nigga walk through the room. Don't none of that happen. I go back in my room. I sit there for a minute. I'm pretty much updating my people, letting them know what the fuck was going on and what happened previously and what just happened when dude came in the dorm. I'm just putting them down on all around the board shit, everything that's been going on. So they're like, okay, bet, yeah. But they was basically telling me, like, you might got to goddamn, feel me, if these folks seem like they on his ass, you might got to try to fall back from bro a little bit or at least start keeping that nigga out your room. So I'm like, yeah, for sure, that's a bet. I'm watching the clock like a motherfucker. It's getting later and later in the day. They done ran chow again. I done ran out there talking to her again. I done grabbed that thing one time. She done let me. I was like, oh my God. And when I grabbed that ass had the gravy on that bitch. Yeah, we sitting out there chopping up, and I tried to finesse her to the room for about 2 minutes, but she just wasn't going for that. She like, nigga, first you want cigarettes on the first day, now you want some ass. Come on, nah. I'm locked up. Shit, I want a little bit of everything. So, yeah, we just kicking it. So she keep running it by me. So do it like this. You sure? If I put it here, you sure it ain't gonna move? I'm like, I'm positive. Dog went out the chow this time. And he was walking with the group of blood. So I'm like, okay, maybe them niggas respect dog demonstration enough of what he did and him probably just being a man, being stand up and just like shit, you know what I'm saying? So they come back from chow. I'm right there in the same area. The boy dog walked through the salad pole. C-Bill. I'm like, yeah. Man, fuck with me on the crib brown. I say, listen, dog, you know, I fuck with you, my boy. I know you just came off the tier. Feel me? Nigga want to smoke, got to get it out of the system. But at the end of the day, I ain't finna be your free Chris Brown supplier, folks. I know you from another dorm, and you know you a little while ago, but I can't, you know, I sell this shit, bro, and I smoke it too, but I mainly sell it, you know what I'm saying? So he like, hell yeah, I'm already knowing, bro. You feel me? I just got off that tier, bro, you feel me? I ain't even used the phone yet, I'm like, all right, for sure. I fuck with it, you feel me? She getting ready to leave. A little minute went by, she getting ready to leave. So she all nervous and shit. I'm like, you good, baby. So the other officer come up to relieve her. She leave. Me and dog go upstairs. I get him another Chris Brown. I get him another Chris Brown. He talking about he need to make a call. I was like, I'm expecting a very important call right now. I can't do it, bro. You gotta wait till later on. I'll give it to you probably about an hour or something. So he like, all right, bet. So he like, shit, man, everything smooth with that situation. I was like, with the Bloods? He was like, hell yeah, man, we got that shit together, bro. Them niggas ain't tripping on that shit. They just know I'm a real stand-up nigga, you feel me? I was like, yeah. And I felt so good in the moment, bro, because I was like, damn, I ain't want them folks to really crash out and try to hurt, bro, or something. Because there was some Bloods in that dorm that them niggas was stupid, bro. Dumb motherfuckers was stupid. I know for a fact Dog wasn't finna pull that same thing off. And if he would have, shit, they was just, hey, it was gonna be some real competition in that motherfucker. So he was like, yeah, bro. And I mean, I feel like niggas was slick trying something. Nigga tried to tell me like about violation and nigga gonna violate me and this, and this, but man, hell no, nigga knew I wasn't going for that shit, bro. I told them niggas like, bro, we could round two this motherfucker. So I'm like, okay, my boy stood up to all them niggas. So he like, yeah, boy. I told him, boy, we could rock out, man. We around two this motherfucker. So I'm like, damn, my boy. So I'm like, yeah, okay. As he turned his back, walking to the door to leave out my room, my phone ringing. And she's so damn young and country and don't know no better. It's a real phone number pop up. I answer, I'm like, yo. She was like, hey. I was like, this your real phone number? She was like, yes. I said, no, hang up, delete my number out your call log and call me back private. And then I hung up and deleted her number out my call log. And then a few seconds later, it called back private. So I was like, yeah, hell nah, baby. You don't do no shit like that. And then anytime we get off the phone, you delete it. But really, for the most part, you need to have a backup phone. But you know, this is the first day we just got back. So we'll work towards that. So she at the stove. I'm on the phone with her. I hear her pay for the cigarettes or whatever. She stopped, go get her something to eat. I told her grab me something too, just a little cheeseburger or something like that. And I talked to her all the way up until she was she was coming back. When she got in the parking lot, that's when we got off the phone. She came, I got it, cashed after the money. Everything went perfect. I didn't pop the cigarettes off until after 10 to after she left. And that shit was just crazy. Nigga, like, that boy got real Newports in that bitch. I think I was selling them 2 for $30. 2 cigarettes for $30 at that point, yeah. And really, you know, 1 pack of cigarettes, that ain't the mother load or nothing, but that's just something to get her comfort level there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a smoke. I'm probably going to break even, if that. Probably just make a couple dollars and, you know, satisfy my own urges or whatever with the tobacco. But that just really was a start to get her comfortable or whatever. Me and old girl get to rocking, bro. Everything going smooth. Now I got her bringing me cans of tobacco, bro. It was a beautiful thing, bro. I'm talking about, this was a very beautiful moment. This was one of the times in prison where I was real life having my way. Because like when you got that pack, you got that bomb on you, bro. You damn near is a dangerous nigga. You could get anybody whacked you want to. Everybody fuck with you. Everybody trying to help you out. When laundry come, niggas see your bag. See, man, I got your bag, bro. Because they want you to give them something. So, you know, like I said, this was a real decent time. Shawty ended up getting switched to night shift. I say this probably about 2 weeks after. Bro, there has been zero issue with Dog and the Bloods. But you can tell there is some form of a disconnect. I don't know if it's maybe because they feel like at the end of the day, we don't know if he'll try to, you know what I'm saying, do some shit that he did before. Or if it was a, you know, we fuck with you, but we don't really fuck with you type of situation. But you could see a little disconnect. Like it might be a Blood sitting there chilling. Dog might walk up on him and do a handshake. He might look, he'll do it. And you know what I'm saying? He, like niggas really just ain't studying him, but they ain't fucking with him either. They ain't studying him, but they ain't fucking with him either. You see what I'm saying? And when old girl got switched to night shift, you know, it's a nighttime orderly that works in the dorm that sweeps, mops, cleans just all the rails, the tables, take out the trash, buff and wax the floor, all type of stuff like that. So I had already done told her, like, I'm going to be your orderly type shit. So she like, shit, I don't know, because they already got somebody assigned or whatever the case. So I push up on bro. He was cool as hell, old school civilian dude that go out there. And I went and told him, like, hey, G, let me goddamn, feel me, pay you a little something to just be the orderly sometimes every here and there, you feel me? I'm trying to do it tonight, though, because I'm trying to handle some shit. And whenever you have a conversation like that with a person, it kind of slightly puts them in your business, but not 100%, because that doesn't mean this officer is the one that I'm dealing with. It could be any officer, you know what I'm saying? that is gonna eventually walk over here. I'm gonna have to go out to the end of the gate to throw the trash out, and I can get it from anywhere type shit. So he was like, shit, just fuck with me, man. You know, I don't want nothing but some good old Al Green. And he was like, shit, I just played like I'm sick. I ain't feeling good. And that's just if the supervisor come around and they come do their rounds, and then they see me out there cleaning up, and then they be like, what the fuck Bill doing out here cleaning up when Buddy supposed to be out here cleaning up? And it could be on some shit like he's sick, he ain't feeling good, he got the flu, he got a stomach virus, whatever. So Bill came out here and did it, type shit like that. So I shoot him like a half a cup of some Al Green CD. And shit, I was out there that night. I'm out here this night, bro. It's fire. Old girl done told me to jack up. Now listen, whoa. I ain't no madman. Never have been. Jamaica lied on me. I've only done it when the request was made or when I placed the request and the request was granted. So I go, you feel me, up there, right there by the booth. Everybody door locked. They can't see me unless an old freak ass weird ass nigga peeping out his window. But even if he do, he just see my back and my arm like this. You don't really, you know what I mean? She talking freaky, crazy, all type stuff. But every time I'm really just trying to handle business, she ain't really, you know what I mean? She just still a little too scared or whatever. So we chopping it up. She had brought me like 2 Black and Milds that night. It was cool. I'm out there on the salad pole hitting the Black and Mild. Her ass talking about let her hit it. I don't let her hit the Black and Mild. Every time I look in the door, one thing I noticed though, outside of dog room, this is like the second or third night in a row I've noticed this. And this just from being in my room or before we locked down or whatever the case. This nigga got hella clothes outside his room hanging up on the rail. Then he had this particular night, it was clothes on the rail. It was a net bag on the ground and his light was on. I'm like, damn, folks' light been on all night. That nigga ass ain't going to sleep. So I'm chopping it up with her, whatever, we kicking it. And she tell me go back in, act like I'm mopping and shit because one of the supervisors finna come around. So I go out there, I go sweeping all around the range, bottom range, top range, middle of the floor, whatever. I know this dog light still on. Curiosity got to the cat because I want to know what the hell you doing up this late. I'm thinking I'm finna catch him geeking here and there on the cream or something. So I go walking by his room like I'm sweeping, and then I look in the thing. Dog roommate, I look through the little window. Dog roommate is up on the top bunk. Look like he knocked the fuck out, arm hanging off the bed. Dog is on the bottom bunk with a mop bucket, like in between his legs. He like this. He washing clothes. I'm like, oh, okay. Folks just up, probably can't sleep, probably geeked up on that shit, washing his clothes or whatever. So Shawty was working 3 days. So the next 2 days that I'm out, I noticed the same exact thing. And I hate being a nose ass nigga, but bruh, what the fuck? I just go to thinking like, dog, when in the hell, like nigga, you ain't even been here that long to have all these damn. You washing every night? This nigga washing clothes every day. You know what I'm saying? So I make a mental note. So when I go back in there, cleaning up, the nighttime orderly usually don't have to lock down. They can, depending on like if they finish early or whatever, but you really could leave your door cracked all night type shit. So I'm up, I'm not asleep because I'm back and forth talking to her, having her come out there. She don't let me start kissing on her, touching on her, all type of stuff, but she just ain't letting me really goddamn, yeah. So I come back in, this around the time she about to pop the doors and say, stand by for chow. So I'm talking to her for a minute. I finally come back in. She go in the salad pole, hit the door. I'm coming this way. I go up the steps. She popped the door. She opened the door and yelled, stand by for chow, stand by for chow. Bill, tell them I said stand by for chow. So I'm like, stand by for chow, stand by for chow. So soon as I go to yelling that, dog instantly comes out his room. He got big ass bags around his eyes like he ain't slept. He take, bro, his drawers, socks, t-shirts, all kind of shit. He takes it all off the rail, fold it up, takes it in his room, come back out with brand new stuff like that. So I'm like, God damn, dog, how many clothes you got, bro? He said, man, I finessed the shit out the laundry lady. I was like, no. He was like, hell yeah, bro. I said, how the hell you finessed the laundry lady? He was like, man, I went up there, like I ain't got no clothes, just got off the tier, waited till she was off, went back up there, popped the other lady again. Then when the first lady came back, told her all my shit got stole, and then did the same thing to the other lady. I'm like, what the fuck you need so many clothes for, G? So now I'm thinking this nigga planning a sneak attack on the Bloods, and he want all these clothes just so he could be layered up. Shit, that's the only thing I could think about at the moment. So he like, shit, bro, you know how it be, man. Nigga just want to be, you feel me, want to be put together or whatever. I'm like, okay, I feel. Hey, like, hey, you got a Chris Brown? I was like, hey, dog, I already had done told you, folk. And that's when I'm really noticing, like, it's a difference. Bro is a little different from he was, but you know, that the TIP program will do that to you. It'll change you. It'll definitely change you. And I'm just like, damn, bro ass a little different. You know what I'm saying? He like on some extra shit, but based off that teeth, I know bro doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? That's probably another reason he just up all night. Nigga had probably so crazy, he probably washing the same damn clothes over and over. They probably clean. As soon as he take them from drying, nigga probably stick them right back in the mop bucket or whatever. So I'm like, bro, you know, the rule, he like, bro, this last time, bro, just fuck with me this one last time, bro, this one last time. So I'm like, all right. So we go in the room while I'm getting the Chris Brown CD ready. I heard, say dog. So dog stick his head up, dog. He was like, yo, I heard a nigga voice say, come on, man, where the fuck my shit at, bro? So he was like, hold on, dog, hold on, homie. So he come in there, he look at me, he give me a look, and when I look at him in the eyes, he drop his head, and then he start laughing. He was like, man, homie, head crazy. He go to rolling the Chris Brown CD, and his hand fidgeted so hard, damn near half of it fell out the paper. I said, folks, you straight? He was like, hell yeah, I'm good, man. I'm tripping. Goes straight down on the ground, picks it up, dried up, piss, dirt, lint, all kind of stuff probably on that floor. He picks it straight up, put it right back in there, roll it up, hands still fidgeting. I hit the wick. He hit the Chris Brown CD, shoot out the room. He was like, I got you right here, homie. I got you right here. He was like, come on, man. You already knew what to do, bro. Come on, man. So I go to the door. I don't want bro to feel like I'm coming out there like to help dogs. So I go to the door. And I'm just peeping through the glass. And I see dog at the rail with a stack of clothes like this folded and dropped it down. And dude caught it. Went walking in his room. Few seconds later, my door opened. Nigga didn't even knock. I was standing right there by the door though. It was dog. He came in the room. I was like, folk, you straight, bro? He was like, yeah, man, I just ain't, feel me, bro? That 9 months in the hole, bro. I don't want to goddamn go back through that situation, bro. When that shit happened with them last niggas, I was on some other crashing out shit. I just ain't on that type of shit no more. And I'm thinking in my head, did these blood niggas make dog start washing their clothes or something? I was like, why the hell you just give him your clothes, folks? He was like, nah, bro, them ain't mine. I said, you was washing his clothes? He was like, man, you know the bros, man. I just fuck with the bros, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help out the bros. And I was like, ain't no fucking way you was just a gun-slinging, hash-slinging slinger, and you motherfucker coming this bitch washing drawers and socks? I'm like, man, hell nah, dog. You can't be doing no shit like that, folks. I'd rather you go out like a gangster, nigga, than be in this bitch talking about washing somebody's drawers or something, t-shirts and shit. Then the nigga talking to you crazy, what my shit at, woo. He was just telling me like, you know, he just different now. He ain't on that no more. And I'm just like, damn, bro, that shit is so crazy seeing a nigga go from a gangster on some real demon time when it come to that candy bar to goddamn washing the nigga drawers and socks, you know what I'm saying? So she bust the door open and screamed, chow card. Now it's official chow card. Dog shoot out my room, and I'm just thinking like, damn, bro. Bro, real life. I don't know, that shit crazy. I mean, I know people change and things can change, but that is insane. They leave, they go to chow. In the salad pole, talking to old girl. She telling me like, basically this her last day for a few days. I'm like, yeah, I'm already knowing woo. Them niggas coming up from chow. I don't really know what transpired, what was just said or done at chow, but I did know something very strange was going on because most of the dudes that dog stabbed was a part of a particular group. And there was like 3 of them at the gate. Not at our gate, it's a gate in front of our gate at the next building, but it was locked, but they was just standing there for a while. And my dorm coming back from chow. She unlocked the gate to let my dorm in, then I guess the supervisor told her, fuck that, go open that gate. She walks over there, she unlocks the gate, they come walking this way. I'm watching, looking for dog. I can't really see them, but they were straggling around by the stove area where we get our commissary from. And there was 3 of them walking this way. It was dog plus 2 other bloods. They coming around this corner. It's 3 of these bloods coming this way. And they getting closer and closer. And right when they got directly in front of the gate, one of these bloods from this group pulled out a candy bar, swung at that dog. Dog like went to doing like this. The 2 bloods that dog was walking with whipped out candy bars. And they was like 5 deep, stabbing the shit out of dog right there. Dog was trying to run. They was chasing him. Then he fell. One of the niggas had him like his forehead like this, had his forehead pushed into the gate. The girl down there screaming like a motherfucker. She on the radio screaming. They had his head like pushed like this into the gate while he's sitting down, and the other bloods just stabbing him. He trying to move, and everywhere he tried to turn and move, they just stabbing him, bro. I had to turn my head. Nigga was stabbing him in the face and the neck. Bro, that shit sound crazy, and nigga be like, yeah, I'll pull a nigga ass out, but bro, when you see a person, especially a person you know, even if you don't know him, bro, I don't think people really understand the reality of like, how many of you can really sit here and watch a nigga sitting down on the ground? There's multiple niggas with knives in the neck, in the face, in the head, in the chest, in the stomach. Like, bro, a lot of people can't even sit there and bear and watch that type of shit, bro. That is terrible, bro. I ain't gonna lie, folks. When I saw the nigga stab dog in the neck the second time, I turned my head, bro. I was like, fuck, I can't see no shit like that, bro. I can't watch that. Then a few other bloods that didn't leave out because they already knew what was going on. When I look back, they all in the window. They looking. You see all the officers coming, running. I went back in the dorm. I'm sitting on the steps waiting on old girl to come back in. I know we finna get locked down, but I'm finna try to holler at her real quick. She came back up. She was crying, bro. She was boo-hoo crying. So all of them, these 3 that came from another building, plus the 2 that's in this dorm, they all come running up the salad pole. So I immediately pulled my candy bar out and just put it, like, cuff it under my arm like this. Because I'm like, shit, y'all just stabbed the shit out of dog. Now y'all running up here, the fuck y'all got going on? So while they running over here, I look at dog, bro. He is literally sitting on his butt on the ground. His head is like this, and he's not moving. Folks just sitting there on the ground. They come running up here. You know, they run in here real quick, throw the candy bars in the garbage, run to the shower, turn on the shower water, like trying to wipe blood off of them. These niggas got blood all on their shirt. Some niggas got it on their hand. One nigga had blood all in his beard. I was like, what the fuck? That must have been an artery came out or something. Old girl boo-hoo crying. She done slammed the booth door real hard. The folks finally came running, flying up the salad pole. Once they came flying and running up the salad pole, that's when I went jogging up to my room. Everybody locked down, locked down. They caught them niggas. They was hiding in the other blood niggas' room. They took them 3 out. They took the 2 out that was involved in it also. And then I saw old girl leaving out with the CERT team. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck going on? How the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, woo. So I'm like, shit, I ain't tripping because she gonna call me anyway. But why the fuck is the CERT team leaving out with her? Usually when you leave out, nah, it could have been innocent where they just all walking together, but it looks like, feel me, like she done did some shit. She in some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? They taking her out for? So, of course, we go on lockdown. I'm just waiting and hear something. Finally, my fucking phone finally rang. I'm like, yo, you straight? She like, yeah, I done calmed myself down. I'm like, what the fuck the CERT team escorted you out for? She like, nah, they didn't. I left. I told them I was done. I'm not doing that. After they did that to that boy, I'm not doing that. They just killed somebody in front of me. You know the type of therapy and shit I'm finna need. I say, killed somebody. She said, that boy dead. He died. I was like, damn, folks. You know what I'm saying? And an even bigger kicker was so crazy and how shit happened in life. She was like, she wanted to tell me something, but she don't want me to feel no type of way. I'm like, what's up, baby? I'm thinking, you just helped me. You been helping me. We been getting money together, all kind of shit. What the fuck I'm gonna feel any type of way about? Allegedly, when she stopped talking to me, she met another nigga, which is a blood on the Tagged app. He's the one that really talked her into coming to get the job. She was still looking for me, allegedly, but couldn't reach back out to me. She was fucking with bro, but bro never wanted no pack to get in. He just was on some relationship shit. She said she was sending him money, sending his sister money to put money on his book. And I'm thinking in my head, ain't that about a bitch? You getting money from me and you giving it to another nigga. And I knew who the nigga was. But I was getting the money. I didn't give a damn. He just wanted to be on some relationship on the phone all the time type shit, which is normal for niggas in prison. And how about she tell me what nigga that she was talking to, he had already told her to purposely unlock the gate, but she said he told her they was just finna beat dog up for something he did. Ain't gonna be no stabbing, ain't nobody gonna get hurt, he just gonna get beat up real quick. And then she could goddamn, you feel me, call the code, act like she ain't know who did it. She was like, she didn't know they was gonna kill him. She didn't know they was gonna stab him. So once that happened, she just quit. And she said she ain't fucking with bro no more. And I was just like, damn, ain't that about the bitch? All this time, nigga didn't even know, but they took dog out, bro. And that's another thing, like, no matter how big and bad you is, there's always somebody bigger and badder than you. And you know, over time, shit, nigga can double down on your ass, you know what I'm saying? So it's just best, it's best to just do the right thing, try to the best of your ability, stay out these jails and prisons, make money, not excuses. It's your boy Bill, I'm gone. What's up, brother? What's up, sister? My name Bill. I went to prison when I was 19 for making poor decisions. Spent 9 years, got out at the age of 28. During my time in prison, I've seen and been around people that were sexually assaulted. I've seen murders with my own 2 eyes, brutal murders, people getting stabbed up. I've seen so much corruption. I've seen people get so depressed and commit suicide. My brothers and sisters, I'm just encouraging y'all to the best of your ability, try to do the right thing, man. Stay out them jails, stay out them prisons. It's not worth it, because you could go in and never make it out.